Hello, beautiful and magnificent beings. Welcome to this week's Oracle and Tarot reading. Let's see what messages the universe has for pile 1. And if you chose this card, the man reaching up, touching the sun, I am in good health and I am getting better every day. What can I do to be more kind to my body? What health goals am I trying to reach right now? Do you even have any health goals? Okay, so this is a major message for some of you. It's time to start prioritizing your health care. Especially as we get older, we really need to move our bodies, and I mean, the sooner the better. If you're somebody that's worked out or exercised since you were young and you continue to do so, I mean, it helps keep the body fresh and young. Of course, it's never too late to start. It's just the sooner the better. Oh my gosh, I don't know what that was. I think my cat just knocked something over. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I digress. Yes, it's time to, I lost my train of thought. It's time to start paying more attention to your body. And also mentally, physically and mentally, these two go hand in hand. And when the body feels good, the mind is healthier. It's time to prioritize, to create some sort of a schedule, and most importantly, and something that will keep you on track with health, it's important to do what you love, what you enjoy. I know not everyone likes exercise, but there's so many different forms and ways to do it now. It's almost impossible to not find something that you can enjoy, you know, getting into boxing. I used to love boxing, yoga, cycling. So I'm really big on cycling as well. Just walking, simple walks. It could be like a 15-30 minute walk 3 times a week. It doesn't have to be anything overwhelming. 2:22 on the clock timer. So let's see what else the universe wants you to know about this. Self-care, inner power. Look at that lion. Lions have been coming up like crazy for me lately. And plus I just did a reiki session for boosting testosterone that had lions in it. A lot of spirit animals are really, not just me, but other people I've talked to, they seem to really be involving making themselves known. So if you've been noticing specific animals or birds more than usual, I would say look up that meaning, because there's a message there for you. Give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. Okay, so this could be an ordeal. Maybe you're somebody that has never worked out. Maybe you're nervous. Maybe you're someone like me who came from an injury and, you know, you're ready, you're excited, you want to get back into it, but maybe you're a little nervous. But I guarantee you, when you start, you're just going to fall in love with it, especially if you're somebody that has always been into exercise of some sort. Not to fear, not to worry. Go at your own pace. Be cautious. Don't re-injure or hurt yourself. 3:44 on the clock timer. So being courageous, stepping forward, making the effort, finding what works for you, connecting with your inner power. And the next message, the lover. It is safe to surrender to the good feelings. Aphrodite, passion, abundance. Okay, so this, I'm not feeling specifically, this isn't about a person as a lover, but just falling in love with yourself again, falling in love with how you treat yourself. You know, we can be 422 on the clock timer. Numbers are really jumping for you today. You can see her heart is all full of passion. She has all these butterflies around her, little birds. It looks like little fairies. It's safe to surrender. It's okay to trust yourself. Get back to the place that you once were. Or if you're completely new to this, Just being open, surrendering, loving yourself. Listen to the body. Talk to the body. You are separate. You are not your body. You would be amazed at the information, the answers. Your body will speak to you. Ask it what it wants to eat, how to nourish it. Ask it what exercises it wants to do. And even if it's something you wouldn't think of doing, I mean, that's a perfect sign, just to have that pop into your mind. Your body is relating. Trust it. It's safe. Surrender. Go with the flow. Get back into the cycle. And we have self-acceptance. Okay, and again, self-acceptance, I feel like a lot of solar plexus power is coming in, also some heart. And I mean, look at that bright yellow sun, solar plexus, and self-acceptance. Okay, maybe you are having a difficult time getting back into exercise or something. Maybe you're punishing yourself, or you just feel bad or guilty. Maybe you don't like the way you look right now, and that's okay. Everybody goes through phases like that. 555 on the clock timer. You know, we can get distracted and illness can happen and knock us off. You know, maybe we've gained a little weight and we don't feel good about that. Or, you know, there could be something else. But this is about self-love, self-acceptance. You need to love yourself, because, I mean, if you don't feel good about yourself, it's going to make it even more difficult to give yourself that love and attention. Maybe you feel like you don't deserve it or you're not worthy, but you are. So learning to love who you are, you're special and unique. There's no one else in the world like you. And that is saying something. So self-acceptance. Oh, sorry about the airplane. Let's see what your tarot has to say. Speaking to yourself kindly. Look at that, throat chakra. Defeat. 5 of Swords. Defeat, surrender, change, walking away, self-sacrifice, self-sabotage. I just mentioned that. Behavior, underhanded behavior, deception, lack of communication, aggression, bullying, intimidation, abuse, violence, crime, rape, murder, assault. Okay, very weird. This card came out last week's reading as well for somebody. I don't know if you were someone that got this card, but so this tells me, again, I'm seeing that you need to reflect on loving and caring for yourself. You've given up, you just walked away, you've been treating yourself really harshly, and I've never had a reading for health come up like this before, so that tells me it is really severe for some of you. And maybe some of you have just been hesitating. You feel intimidated for some reason. Maybe somebody was bullying or putting you down and made you feel unworthy. So it's time to speak kindly and powerfully to yourself, lovingly. You may have felt defeat, but you don't have to stay there. Okay, and the next, pain, 3 of Swords, third eye, heartbreak, betrayal, loneliness, removal, absence, division, depression, separation, sadness, heartache, unhappiness, upheaval, grief, sorrow, upset, disorder, confusion, alienation, loss, distraction, ill health, conflict, delusion. Okay, so some of you have been suffering. Maybe that is why you fell into this pattern of self-neglect. I think some of you have been hurt really badly by somebody. It could have been a friendship or a romantic relationship. And you know, what happens when we are sad and depressed, sometimes we abuse ourselves, and certainly a lot of times that's when people tend to let themselves go. And when we linger in that energy for too long, that's when bad habits start to develop. So caring, trusting, loving your heart, trusting yourself, connecting to that divine infinite power within you, trusting your intuition. Where up here I was saying about, you know, talking to your body, asking it what it needs, trusting the intuition and the guidance. It's here for you. You just have to take the next step to move forward. Look at that, solar plexus coming through again. And also sacral energy, so some type of, there could have been some sexual trauma as well. Third eye coming through again, vibrancy. See, we went from defeat and pain to vibrancy. It's time to step back in, and look how the colors match on this angel card. in this tarot. Queen of Wands, good business sense, confidence, foresight, an attractive, magnetic, mature woman, a helpful friend who is well liked, a kind, loyal, generous, confident, a competitive woman who enjoys enterprise and limelight and also values her home and family life. Okay, so two things. I feel like this is reflecting on maybe who you were or how you were before. And also it's telling me that somebody is coming into your life that's going to be there and support and help you. Oh my gosh, you should see all the bunnies that are coming out right now. It's feeding time. I forgot to put their food out. I have an open sanctuary for the wild rabbits out here. They are bottom of the food chain and I feel sorry for them. So you're going to be receiving a friend. It could be a completely new person, a stranger. Someone powerful and uplifting is going to come into your life and help you through this, help you connect to who you were before all of this happened. So let's see what your last three messages are. And we're doing an activation today. I felt very guided to do a sacred geometry activation. You make me happy. Look at all of those hearts, okay? I feel like this is an affirmation. The universe wants you to start telling yourself, thanking your body for all it does. Do some mirror work and say to yourself constantly, you make me happy, you make me happy. And if for some reason you don't feel that way, then it's time again to start moving in the direction, doing what makes you happy, feel good about yourself. You know, fill those hearts up, fill your heart up. Healing with love. Okay, and the second, strive for progress, not perfection. Okay, so some of you might be very dominating and controlling personalities. So just remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just get started. Progress is the most important thing. Everything else will take care of itself. And the last message, live more, worry less. And look at that solar plexus, all those beautiful, I think it's a poppy, not sure. Live more, worry less. Yes, stay in the present moment. Focus on what you love doing, what is necessary to heal your heart, connecting the solar plexus, having confidence in who you are and your abilities again. And let's pull that activation. Change. Look at that, number 12. It is indeed time for change. And look at this. Look at the first card and ending with it. I love that. Oh my gosh. You might be someone that's drawn to circles as well. I have an infinity. I don't know what it is about circles, whether it's a design or art or something, but I've always been drawn to circles. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. Yes, it's time to relinquish, let go of the past, be in the present, change, and strive to be in, doing what you want, the person that you love. Come back to who you are. Change is good and is long overdue for you. So those are the messages for the week. I hope they're helpful. Good luck on your path. Highest blessings and infinite gratitude. Sat Nam. Hello, beautiful and magnificent beings. Welcome to this week's Oracle and Tarot reading. Let's see what messages the universe has for pile number 2. Look at that cute little whale. I am responsible, driven, and organized. What tasks help me feel most put together? How can I prioritize these so that I can be at my most productive? Okay, I feel like some of you, 2 different messages, some of you have way too much going on right now and you need to focus the priorities or prioritize the most important things. And some of you have just kind of been slacking, and I don't mean that in a judgmental way. That's just what's coming through. See how the whale's just kind of floating along, happy. And you've just been kind of floating along. You haven't really been doing any let me see, anything of important, not, let me see how to rephrase that, hold on. It isn't that you aren't doing important things in your life, but the universe is saying you could be doing more. You're just kind of gliding along, and the universe is here and supporting you, and it wants to do more, to give you more, it wants you to be more, but you need to be a little more productive. It's like, you know, you want a new car, but you're sitting at home and thinking, okay, I want a new car, but you need to go get that new car. You can't, without movement, I don't know if that's a good analogy, I don't think so. You need to make an effort, you need to move forward. Make a list of some things that you've been thinking about wanting to do. For some reason you've been putting it off, and the universe is saying it's time. Not to be fearful, not to worry. You are responsible. I feel like some of you, another message just now coming through, some of you have been thinking about starting something, but it's a little overwhelming, like you feel like maybe it's out of your reach, or maybe you're not good enough to do it, or maybe you don't have all the information on how to do it, and so you're a little reluctant to start, but the universe is going to support you as soon as you take that step forward. You have everything, even if you don't know how to do it 100%. Take the risk, take the jump, the leap of faith. Oh, you know what? I just realized I forgot to turn those, jeez, I forgot to turn those 3 over, I'm sorry. Delusion. Intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. Intention without surrender. Okay, that can be a tough one because you're moving forward and surrendering at the same time, having faith, allowing everything to work for you, taking each step, every movement as you go forward. The universe will present to you the next thing that you need in order to put together what it is you're working on, to help you stay focused on specific things and not overwhelmed and all over the place. So surrendering, letting go, keeping that intention, but not trying to force anything as well. And the next message, the mirror, self-reflection, writer, big picture. Okay, she's reading a book. It looks like a bunch of butterflies are coming out of there. I'm going to pull this away real quick so I can see what, I wanted to see what it was on her book, but unfortunately I can't see that. I might have to add it later. Okay, so reflection and reflecting, taking a time, again, looking at yourself, thinking about what you're doing. You might be someone that's been thinking about writing, the big picture. Again, I feel like that is talking to those of you that want to do something that's a major project, but you have been holding back. You're, I don't want to say afraid, you might be a little fearful and hesitant because you're not sure quite how to do it yet, but you are, and again, you will be supported. Taking time, look at the big picture, doing more investigating, making a plan, maybe calling in some people that have already gone through this experience that can guide you. And also the self-reflection and the big picture for those of you that are scattered and all over the place and too much going on. You really need to take the time to just calm down, calm your mind, calm your body, make that list, reflect, contemplate on the most important things, and put those, starting with, I'd say 3 things, if that's not too overwhelming, and then go from there. Surrender, look at that, surrender's coming through twice for you. How funny. Surrender. And this angel seems to be holding energy in his hands, some type of swirling energy. You might need a little heart work. You might be getting some heart work. You might be working with some archangels and angels, some light beings, but they're here, they're focusing, they're concentrating on you, they're ready to go. Just ask for their help. Ask and you will receive. not to be fearful. Surrender, let go, take the leap. And the tarot, the first message, oh, look at that root chakra, 10 of Cups. So you definitely need to ground down a bit, which makes sense because, you know, if you're someone that's got too much going on, and also for those of you that are hesitant to move forward, grounding, feeling strong in who you are, knowing you're safe. Happiness, family, happy families, reunions, homecoming, family gathering, marriage, long-term relationships, stability, security, harmony, abundance, domestic bliss, happily ever after, caring, children, fun. Okay, so family is a major thing. So some of you might get the support you need through family members, more than one. This seems more like a group effort. This could have something to do with marriage. Maybe that is what's going on for some of you. Maybe there's some type of marriage coming up and you are, that would make anybody nuts. You need to hire someone to help you. Turning to your family, also children. Some of you might be thinking about having a child, or just being around children is also very healthy and helpful. Changing the way we feel, the way we see things. We learn so much from kids, children. Sacral, resilience, ongoing battle-weary fatigue, drained of energy, nearly there, close to success, courage, persistence, perseverance, backbone, learning from your past, failure, gathering your strength, fight your corner, last stand. Okay, so not giving up. Some of you again have been persevering, but it was a little overwhelming. So this is about grounding, coming into balance again. Knowing everything's going to work out, and not necessarily, maybe some of you are seeing it as a battle. You need to change how you're looking at it from, oh, I'm fighting, this is hard, it is a battle, it's uphill. Maybe turn that into a fun game, change how you feel and how you're looking at it, and that will completely change the whole experience, and it will also get the ball rolling a lot more quickly. Okay, and your last tarot, clarity, third eye, crown chakra, not third eye, Ace of Swords, new ideas, new plans, intellectual ability, victory, success, mental clarity, clear thinking, breakthrough, ability to concentrate, communication, realize the truth, vision, force, focus, intensity, stimulating people. Okay, so this is where you're heading. Just keep doing the work. You're worth it. It's your life. Do what you love. Take time out, reflect, ground, make a plan, and this is going to bring you back to where you were or where you want to be. Everything's going to balance out, connecting with your higher power and all your guides as well to help you with this. And let's see what your last three messages. Eat, sleep, be happy, repeat. Yes, this is a good affirmation to remind yourself every day. Eat, sleep, be happy, repeat. Especially the be happy part. And remember here how I was just saying to look at things different, change from seeing it as a battle or a war to something fun and uplifting. Make it fun. The best view comes from the hardest climb. Indeed it does. You know, the best things take a little work, take some patience. Not to be, overwhelmed and then ready to give up. Just slow down, lighten the load, and keep your focus. Keep your eyes on the prize. And the last message, broken crayons still color. Yes, they do. Okay, so what I'm getting with this, of course, broken crayons still color, but wouldn't you rather have a fresh, unused crayon? For those of you that are pushing too hard and you're running on fumes, yes, you can be a broken crayon. You're still making the effort and getting through it. But think about when you're using a fresh crayon, how much better it flows. It looks prettier. It feels better in the hand. It's just nicer to look at. And when you're more in touch with your feelings and you're grounded and supported, it's easier to get through these things. So you don't always have to feel like a broken crayon. You can renew at any time. And the last card is a sacred geometry activation. And no surprise, solar plexus. If you felt drawn to pile 1, there's also a lot of, I'm surprised this didn't come out in pile 1 actually. So number 3, solar plexus. The frequency of solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower, as well as knowing of who we are and what our contribution is as a whole. So some of you need a little more work in that area, so just activating this. Also, the strength of grounding, and then the solar plexus will help us push through, help us feel strong and confident in who we are and what we're doing. Even sometimes when we feel a little lost, that's okay. Just keep going. Everything will work out. So those are the messages for the week. I hope they are helpful. Good luck on your path. Highest blessings and infinite gratitude. Sat Nam. Hello, beautiful and magnificent beings. Welcome to this week's Oracle and Tarot reading. Let's see what messages the universe has for pile number 3. And if you chose this card, I am not defined by the mistakes of yesterday. How can I learn from the past and apply it to the future? What will I do if I make a mistake today? How will I react? Okay, so I feel like some of you are being a little too hard on yourself. Some of you are feeling stuck. You're judging yourself. Definitely some of you, many of you are judging yourself. You are not your mistakes. Just remember that. It's not who you are. You are human. It's part of the learning process. It's okay to make mistakes. If you keep making the same mistake over and over, I would say you definitely need some reflection. There's some type of healing work that needs to happen, but don't beat yourself up. You're just going through something that needs a little more attention. So the first oracle, limitless. See yourself open to receive in the most miraculous ways. The divine can use anything and anyone. Okay, now I feel like many of you, again, you kind of feel like you're alone, you're stuck, and when we feel this way, sometimes it's difficult to ask for help because we're not looking at ourselves in the most positive ways. So remember, you are limitless, but also the universe, and the universe is telling you, don't be afraid to ask, open yourself. Anything and anyone can happen at any time. The universe wants to bring you support. Look at this wheel is turning and each hand has a butterfly. So it's time for some change, some transformation, some awakening. Emotions, alchemy, processing, sensitivity. Okay, you are the alchemist, you are the magician in your life. You have the power to change anything. You have the power to change yourself. And look at this, honoring the flow. There's a moon, there's an infinity symbol, an upside down. I'm not sure what that means. For some of you, you might need to take a break and just let it out. You know, crying, screaming, punching a pillow. You know, sometimes we reach those levels where we just had enough. We feel like we can't take it anymore. We're going to explode. And that's the perfect time. You know, release those emotions. Don't be afraid to let it go. Don't be afraid to feel your feelings. You need to let these things out. Otherwise, it just causes more stress and health conditions. And number 38. In case I didn't say that. So You're getting in touch with your emotions and just letting them go, all of them, because here it's saying all of the emotions. So there's something that you're not dealing with that needs to be released. And your angel card, opportunity and change. This is a perfect time for growth. This is a time to change. Again, going through situations like this is when we learn and grow the most. So see this as an opportunity, not, oh my God, I don't want to go through this horrible experience. Of course, none of us do. We feel that way, but change how you see it to something more positive. It doesn't have to be such a downer. Even the worst experiences end up being some of the best experiences. That's where we learn the most and grow. And there's so many times I've had things I sure the hell would not want to go through it again, but I'm so glad it happened because it made me the person I am today. So just seeing it as opportunity, again, it's time to change. That wheel is turning. Karma wheel. And your first tarot. Everything is just really straightforward in all the readings today, to the point. It's all business. Burden, root chakra. So you need to do some work on that root. Overburdened, overloaded, responsibilities, stress, problems, weight on your shoulders, duty, drudgery, obligation, saddled, restriction, burnt out, uphill struggle, taken for granted, taking on too much, delays. Okay, so you just, clearly from what it's saying, you are putting a lot of pressure on yourself. You're overwhelmed. You're taking on too much right now. You need to give yourself a break. You need to do some type of grounding. Let some of these burdens go. You don't need to take it all on at once. 33 on the clock timer. So it's okay to ask for help. Also, stop judging yourself. It's okay that you've made mistakes. We all do. We all go through this. Yes, number 1, the magician. Remember I was just saying that you are the magician. You are the alchemist. I think that came out to me on the first card. I have all the resources I need, inner and outer, so limitless. Coming through again in very similar colors too on both of those cards. Throat chakra, so speaking out loud your truth. Start speaking better about yourself. Stop putting yourself down. Stop saying horrible things. Start with using some positive affirmations. Speak positive to your body. Creativity, action, power, manifestation, skill, magic, work, self-employment, a smooth talker, having the gift of gab, willpower, directing your will, creative visualization, manifesting your desires. So think about what you want instead of taking this time and not releasing your emotions and putting yourself down and being regretful about making mistakes. Start thinking about how you want to feel. What kind of person do you want to be? What kind of life? And just start speaking this out into the universe. Writing it down is a very powerful as well. You have the ability to change that at any time. And your last tarot, the Fool. And we have crown chakra. It's time to embark on a brand new beginning. Yes, it is. You've been suffering long enough. It's time to deal with emotions. Remember, you're limitless, and the universe is telling you it's time for opportunity and change. The universe is limitless. It can bring anyone or anything into your life. Let go of these burdens. You are the magician. Number 0. Innocence, freedom, originality, adventure, travel, foolishness, carelessness, idealism, youth, spontaneity, lack of commitment, new beginnings. I love that it ends with crown chakra. So major confirmation too, the guidance is coming in for you. This is all about change and opportunity and letting go. You have everything you need. The universe is telling you it's here for you and that you have the abilities. It's time to embark on a brand new beginning. Yes. So let's see what your last 3 messages are, and I have a sacred geometry activation for you today. So the first message, here we go. Say yes to new adventures. Yes, say yes. You can say yes, it's not that hard, but make sure after you say yes, you allow it to happen. The universe is really giving you a big push in this reading. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Yes, you are more connected with the divine essence in you when you are being creative, when you're doing what you love, you're co-creating together. And that could be something to do also that will help get you moving. Having fun, doing something you love, and remember, you're not doing it alone. And your last message, I love spending time with you. Okay, so I feel like this is an affirmation that you need to say to yourself. And also the universe, I'm getting double messages here, an affirmation for you to start saying this. And it really makes you think, you know, are you someone, how are you acting? What type of person? Are you somebody, if you saw another person like you, would you want to spend time with them? Because it makes you reflect on, you know, are you being kind and loving to yourself? Are you somebody that you would want to spend time with? Would you see yourself as a sad person and, you know, want to extend a hand to help them? And at the same time, the universe is saying, I love you. I love spending time with you. Let's have fun. Intelligence is creativity, having fun. And let's see what your activation. Divine masculinity, number 22. I have been seeing 22 nonstop all day. It is the craziest thing. I was looking at my phone as I was walking down the sidewalk earlier, and I think it was 3:22 or something, and I looked up, and right coming at me was a girl with a shirt on that said 22. It was hilarious. But anyway, sorry. Number 22, divine masculine. The frequency of divine masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. Okay, so this is another tip, another message from the universe telling you, you need to balance your feminine and your masculine. Right now, you are more in your feminine than you are your masculine. So do some type of work, meditation or exercise that will help you balance these out. Meditation is a really powerful way, also guided meditation. Beautiful. So those are your messages for the week. I hope they are helpful. Good luck on your path. Highest blessings and infinite gratitude. Sat Nam.